Hi everyone. Today is Monday, September 11th. So today we will finish 1.6 and start 2.1 and 2.2. So this Friday you will have a quiz about 1.4 to 2.2. Okay, everybody. So I hope you can finish your homework so then you can take the quiz. Okay. So review your notes and then do your homework and then do the quiz. Okay. So again, your quiz one, if you don't get like greater or equal to 8 points, please. So this is our course website. If the quiz one didn't get greater or equal to 8 points, please do this extra exercise to make sure you know how to solve those kind of problems. Okay, everybody? And please come to see me. So last time I gave you the weekly chat list, right? Have you met a tutor? No? If not, please do it, okay? And I see 3 of you come to my office hours. That's good. I hope to see more of you. So if you didn't do well on your quiz or you get B or C in your prerequisite worksheets, please redo those problems and come to see me. Okay? So do this exercise and bring it to my office. I can check your work. So let's try our best to improve. How many of you want to get an A in this course? Do I have everybody? Do you want to get A in this course? Do you want to get A in this course?
What is going on?
So please try your best to study hard. And you're good. You come to my office, so you're good. So okay. So come to my office more, and let's try our best to improve and get a good grade. And don't forget, our course is 4 credit hours. Okay, so A in a 4 credit hours class is really a lot. You can raise up your GPA. And I don't want you to get low grade because our course is 4 credit hours. Having a low grade will really hurt your GPA. So let's try our best to improve. Okay, I'm just every problem on the worksheets and your homework and the quiz. Okay, everybody?
Yes.
All right, so let's continue. So last time we talked about how to solve equation with absolute value, and we also talked about how to solve inequality with absolute value. Do you still remember, everybody? We isolate the absolute value and we break it. Distance small inside. Yeah, raise your hands. Distance small inside. Distance big outside. Alright? I don't mind you do this in the exam. It looks like okay. So this is small inside. This is big outside. So this is how we break the absolute value and solve inequalities. And then last time we also talked about how to solve polynomial equations, right? Move all the terms on one hand side and then factor. Set each factor equal to 0 and solve for x. And last time we also reviewed all those formulas, right? If you see a squared plus b squared, it cannot be factored. If you see a squared minus b squared, it can be factored as a plus b times a minus b, right? And this is a complete square. And also sum of cube or difference of cube, we can factor it like this. Okay? It's a linear factor and quadratic factor. The linear factor have the same sign. The quadratic factor, the middle term is going to have the opposite sign as the linear factor. Do you still remember? Everybody? Yeah, so take notes in class, and after you get to your home, so review your notes and then do your homework. Okay, if you have questions, come to ask me or find a tutor. And last time we solved equations with rational expressions. First thing you need to do is factor all the denominator. Find the least common denominator, right? Which contains all the factors. You set it not equal to 0 to find the domain, right? And then for each term, you multiply by the appropriate factor to get the least common denominator for all the terms, right, everybody? Once you do that, you can just add or subtract the numerators. And then you multiply both sides by the least common denominator. You can get rid of all the denominators, right? So you get, oh, see, it's a polynomial equation. Polynomial equation, distribute and move all the terms to one hand side. And you see this is a quadratic equation. You either factor or use the quadratic formula. Okay? And when you get the answer, check our solution. Are they in the domain? If this is not in the domain, then this is not the solution. This is in the domain, so this is the solution. Everybody, do you remember this problem? Okay, good. All right, so last type of equations, radical expressions. So, namely, we will solve problems with square roots. Okay? So, first of all, you want to isolate one square root term. So, let me put here one, isolate a square root term. There might be more than one square root term, but the first step, pick one of them to isolate. And then second one, square both sides. Okay, when you square both sides, if you get a polynomial equation, then you just follow the rules of polynomial equation. If there is another square root, then you gonna isolate that square root and then square both sides to get rid of that. Is that okay, everybody? Because we don't have much time, today we're supposed to start 2.1. So I will let you to do example 4 at home. And on our course website, I give you notes with answers. So after you finish this problem at home, you can check the solution. Is that clear, everybody? Okay, let's do this one and the next one. Okay, so we isolate the square root. Do you see it's already isolate? Yeah, isolate means it's by itself on one side, right? So here we only have the square root term on one side, and that's great. By the way, skip one. Be careful.
Skip it.
Yeah, we don't have much time. Yeah, do it at home. The answer will be on the course website. The course website, I have the answer for it. Be careful, everybody. This is not equal to the square root of y plus square root of 2. Yes? Yes, everybody? If it's a plus or minus, we cannot split. Okay? If it's a multiplication, you can split. If you have something like this, yeah, you can split. But if it's addition, you cannot split. Okay? So you isolate the square root term, and then you square both sides to get rid of the square root. So on your left-hand side, so square both sides. On your left-hand side, do you see square root and square cancel? Yes, everybody? So we get y plus 2. On the right-hand side, what is y minus 4 squared?
Y squared minus
16? Okay. Again. So a minus b squared is a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So we have minus what? AY. And plus 16. Yes, everybody? It's not a squared minus b squared. You know, a squared minus b squared is a plus b times a minus b. Yes, everybody? Oh, attendance. Attendance. Okay. Oh, it's the 4th week Monday. how quickly. Okay, all right. See, now we have polynomial equation. What do we do? Factor. Move. Yeah, move those to one side, right, everybody? Shall we move things to the left or move things to the right?
To the right.
To the right, yes. Because we want to have the leading coefficient to be positive. Okay, so what do we do? Subtract y. What do we do with the 2? Subtract 2. Okay, what's left? Y squared. Yeah, very good. Yes, everybody? Can we factor this?
Yes.
Yes. How?
Y minus 2 and y minus 7.
Yeah, very good. Right, everybody? Good. We have a product of two factors equal to 0. So we just set each factor equals to 0. What's y? 2, 7. Okay, questions. Are we done?
No, these do square root.
Yeah, we need to plug in to see if that makes sense. We need to check our answers. Why is that? Because the square root, the domain is not all real numbers. Do you still remember when we find the domain? Two things we look at. If you see the square root, the things inside the square root must be greater or equal to 0. And the second thing you check if we have denominator. You want the denominator to be not 0. Yeah. That's why when we have equation involving rational expression, you set the least common denominator not equal to 0. And when you have radical expression, you check your answers. Okay, so let's check. All right, how about green color? So we check our solution. Let's plug in 2. Okay, plug in 2, we get what? 2 plus 2, is it equal to 2 minus 4? What's the left-hand side? Yeah, 2 plus 2 is 4. Square root of 4 is 2. How about the right-hand side? -2. Are they equal? No. So this is not a solution. How about y equals to 7? Square root of 7 plus 2, is it equal to 7 minus 4? Yeah. We get square root of 9. And the right hand side is 3. Yes. Okay, so good. This is the solution. So make sure you check your answers. So in the exam, if I ask you a problem like this, squaring both sides, maybe 2 points, and then we write it, maybe another 2 points, so it's 4 points and 6 points and 8 points, 9 points, and you check this is 1 or 2 points. Okay, everybody? So make sure you show all your work in the exam and quiz. Okay, so this is how we solve equation involving square roots. Any questions about this problem? No? All good? All right, we keep going. What happens if we see two terms with square roots? Well, you isolate one of them and square both sides to get rid of it. Okay? And then you isolate the other one and square both sides to get rid of this. Okay? So it's like you repeat the process 2 times. So which term do you want to isolate first? That one first, right? Yeah? Because it's positive. So we add both sides by 2 square root of x minus 2. So we have the 2x plus 3 equals 1 plus 2 square root of x minus 2. Is that okay, everybody? And we can square both sides. So square both sides. The square can help us to get rid of the square root. So this cancel. The left hand side is 2x plus 3. Okay. And on the right hand side, do you see something plus something complete square? What's the formula?
So, a plus 2ab, or a squared plus 2ab,
yeah, a squared plus 2ab plus
b squared.
Yes. So by comparing to that formula, your a is like 1. What's you? Your b is like this whole thing. Right? This is like your a is 1, and your b is 2 square root of x minus 2. Right? Something plus something squared. Okay? Alright. That equals a squared. What is a squared? 1 plus 2. Oh, let's do it slowly. A is 1, right? B is the 2 square roots of x minus 2. Is that okay, everybody? And the b squared. So 2 square root of x minus 2 square. Is that okay, everybody? Yes? So far, so good? Yes? They're using that formula. They identify with A, with B. Okay, let's simplify. The middle term, 2 times 2 is what?
4.
4.
Squared x equals 2.
Yes. How about this guy? What's 2 squared?
4.
4. Okay, so this is this. And 2 squared is 4. Do you see the square root and the square cancel? You see 2 squared is 4, and the square root and 2 squared cancel. Yep. Don't forget the parentheses. So it's parentheses, x minus 2. If you forget the parentheses, then it will be wrong. Because you need 4x and 4 times negative 2 in the next step. Okay, everybody? Take notes, take notes. Yes. So make sure everybody. Good, good. Do you see like this problem and this problem is kind of similar? So I hope we do this problem together in class. And then after class, you try this problem. And the solution is posted on the websites. Okay, everybody? All right. So let's continue. We have 2x plus 3. And this is 1 plus, the middle term is 4 square root of x minus 2. Plus, distribute. What do you get?
4x minus 8.
Yes. Right, everybody? See? We square both sides. We get rid of one of the square roots. But we still have one more square root here, right? So in this case, you can isolate this square root, right? So move the other things on the left side to isolate it. How about let's combine the like terms? What's 1 minus 8? -7. Yes.
So maybe let's combine the like term first. So it's -7.
Isolated term, right? Isolated term, which means I want to get rid of the 4x and the 7. What do you do to the 4x?
Subtract 4x on both sides. What do you do with the 7? Add 7 on both sides.
Oh, what's your left hand side?
-2x plus 9.
Yes. And equals to 4 square root of x minus 2.
Okay, everybody? So, in order to isolate, you probably want to both sides divided by 4. But my habit is I don't want to work with fractions. Do you like fractions? No. I love to work with integer. But do you see both sides? You have a common factor 2. You see? -2 divisible by 2. 10 divisible by 2. 4 divisible by 2. So we don't divide it by 4. We divide it by 2
to simplify it. Okay. Because the next step, you want to square both sides. You want to work with small numbers. You don't want to work with big numbers, right? So both sides divided by 2. What do we get? Yeah, very good.
Again, why we don't divide it by 2 here? To avoid fraction. Okay, everybody? Avoid fraction.
Now we're ready to square both sides. So minus x plus 5 squared equals 2 square root of x minus 2 squared.
Okay, what's this guy square?
X squared. And then plus 25. Okay.
What's the middle terms?
Plus or minus?
Minus.
Yes. Minus 10x plus 25. Yes. Everybody highlight the middle term.
This is really, really the common mistakes for many students. Okay, so don't forget the middle term. Everybody say middle term.
Middle term.
Yes.
Okay, good. Keep going.
Okay, on the right, what is 2 squared?
2 squared is 4. And do you see the square root and the square cancel?
Yeah. And we have a parenthesis. Okay, so don't forget the parenthesis. Okay? This is another common mistake. Almost there. See, we carry up the square root. So ideally, if you have one square root term in the equation, you isolate it and square both sides. You get rid of that. If you have 2 square roots, you isolate one of them, square both sides, and then you isolate the second one, square both sides to get rid of that. So just repeat this process. So you can have 3 square root terms. You just do this process 3 times. Okay, everybody?
Yeah. All right, let's simplify it. When you distribute, what do you get? Yes. All right. What do we do now? Yes. Good. Subtract 4x. And it's 8. Okay, what do you get on the left-hand side? Very good. Yes, everybody? Can we factor this? Yes. Okay. Yes. Very good. How nice. By the way, this problem you get a nice answer, but I don't promise you in the exam you get a nice answer. If you're not able to factor it in the exam, use quadratic formula. Do you guys remember the quadratic formula? What's that? So ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. X equals yes. Okay, good. Yes. So because it's hard to make it a good problem with nice numbers. So in exam, if you are not able to factor it, just use the quadratic formula. Okay. Now we have x minus 3 is 0 or x minus 11 is 0. What's x? Yes. We get two numbers. Are we done? No. So we're not done yet. We need to check our work. Yeah, see, our problem's getting harder and harder. Yes.
It's so amazing. Just typing this into a graphic calculator and finding x.
In the exam, you're not allowed to use graphing calculator. Do you have scientific calculator?
But in the real world,
In the real
we
world,
can use a graphic calculator.
just ask ChatGPT. It's faster. Okay.
In real life,
Seriously,
I
you
know.
need to get a scientific calculator.
Graduated,
Myself and
I'm using a graphic calculator.
When I'm graduating, I'm using calculator.
I don't think I'll ever.
How many of you need to take calculus 1?
I had no idea.
Okay, so the whole entire calculus sequence in this school, no graphing calculator. So just scientific calculator. Okay, so make sure you have a scientific calculator for your. Did I tell you which brand I recommend you to buy before? Yeah, use the multi-line. It's later on when you study probability and statistics, it's good to input the data there. Yeah. Okay, so let's check. Let's check x equals to 3. So we plug in what? 2x, x is 3, plus 3 minus 2, x is 3 minus 2, is it equal to 1? Okay, let's do it. 2 times 3, 6 plus 3, 9, square root of 9, 3. 3 minus 2, is it equals to 1? Yes, good. This is the solution. How about x equals 11? Oh, I need to make it smaller so I can see it. 2, oops. Okay, 2 times 11 plus 3 minus 2 times square root of 11 minus 2. Is it equal to 1? So everybody, do you know what I'm doing? We're plugging 11 back to our equation to see if the left-hand side equals the right-hand side. What's 2 times 11 plus 5?
25.
Square root of 25 is 5. 11 minus 2? 9. Square root of 9, 3. 5 minus 2 times 3, 6. Is it equal to 1? No. Sorry. So our solution is 3. Okay, everybody? So now, when you go back home, you can do this problem. Do you see this problem is easier? Because this problem, we have 2 here, we have 2 there, so this problem is harder. So this problem should be easier. But the similar steps. Okay, you isolate one square root term,
square both sides, and isolate the other one, square both sides, you will get a quadratic equation. Find the roots and check. Put them back into the equation. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. Glad to hear
I could wait a whole lifetime to do it.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, so 2.1 linear functions. So this worksheet is kind of like a review. Did you learn linear functions before?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this worksheet is mostly like a review. Okay, everybody? So, yeah, good. And when I grade your prerequisite worksheet, I realized some of you forgot like how to graph lines, and some of you forgot how to write down the x-intercept, y-intercept, and the slope-intercept form, the point-slope form. If you forget those, this is the time to pay more attention and figure out how to do those.
I don't know if you do.
Yeah, okay. So let's do those. Okay, graphs and their intercepts. So an order pair AB is a solution of an equation in variables x and y. If the equation becomes a true statement, if A is substituted for x and B is substituted for y, and we say that AB satisfies that equation. So now our equation is aligned. Determine if each of the following order pair is a solution. Okay, so you plug in x is what? -2. And y is 1. Yeah. So we plug in here. -2 x is -2 plus 5 times y is 1. Is it equal to 9? Yeah. -2 times -2 is 4. 4 plus 5 equals to 9. Yes. So -2, 1 is a solution of this equation. Okay, everybody? Let's keep going. All right, next one. This is x. This is y. -2 times what? 1 plus 5 times 2. Is it equal to 9? -2, what's 5 times 2? 10. Oh, is it equal to 9? No. So this point is not a solution. Okay? So if you want to draw a picture, what does that mean? A point is a solution. It means the point is on the line. Okay? A point is not a solution. It means the point is not on the line. Right? How about 3, 3? So -2 times 3 plus 5 times 3, is it equal to 9? Yeah, -6 plus 15 is 9. Yes. Okay, so this is how we verify if a point is a solution of an equation. Okay, everybody? All right. So the graph of an equation in two variables is the set of all points that corresponds to all the solution of the equation. All right. X-intercept. So let's say we have a picture, okay? Let's say we have a picture like this. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, that is 0. X-intercept is where the graph cross the x-axis. Right, everybody? This is the x-intercept. And what's the y-coordinate? 0. See? Here, let's say this is like A, okay? Then this is the point A0. We are setting the y equal to 0. So you have xy and you have an equation. You set the y equals to 0 and you solve for x. Okay, everybody? How about your y-intercept? What's special about the y-intercept?
Yeah, x is 0. So see, this is 0 comma b. You said that x is 0 and you solve for y. Right, everybody? Do you remember your prerequisite review worksheets? They ask you to find the x-intercept and y-intercepts. Okay. Now, an equation written in this form is a line. And then let's do example 2. Okay. All right. So if you got this problem wrong on your prerequisite review, pay more attention right now. And for some of you, you find x equals a number and y equals a number, but I mark you wrong because you know an equation represents a line. So x equals a number, this is the vertical line. Y equals a number is a horizontal line. They're not x-intercept, y-intercept. X-intercept or y-intercept, they are points. Point is an ordered pair. So you need parentheses, a number, comma, another number, parentheses. So give me points for intercepts. Is that clear, everybody? Mm-hmm. All right, let's do it. So x-intercept, what do? How do you find x-intercept? Set y is 0 because you cross the x-axis. Everybody, do you know x-axis? It corresponds to the equation y equals to 0. And then the y-axis, it corresponds to the equation x is 0. Right, everybody? Mm-hmm. Okay, so look at this. We set y equals 0 and solve for x. So 2x minus 3 times y is 0 equals 12. How about you guys take turns to answer my questions? Okay, Olivia. What do you do next? So how do you solve for x? Yes. Oh, so we get 2x is 12, and then? Yes. What's x? 6. So your x-intercept is an ordered pair. What's your x-coordinate? 6. What's your y-coordinate? 0. Okay, everybody? So in the exam, don't give me x equals 6. This is a vertical line. You give me an ordered pair for the x-intercept. Very good. And then y-intercept. Let's see. Next student. Next student. Christian. Right? Christian. What do you do for y-intercept? Yeah, x is 0. And you solve for y. And when you plug in x is 0 to the equation, what do you get? Is that okay, everybody? Because 2 times 0 is just 0. Oh, then what is your y? Yes. Is that okay, everybody? Both sides divided by -3. And can you tell me the y-intercept? Yeah, very good. See, they are points. And actually, knowing those 2 points, we can draw the line, right? So, x and y, 6, 0. So, you can put a 6 here. Okay, by the way, you don't have to put a lot of bar there. Just make your graph very clean. Put one number in 6. Okay? And then you also need what? 0, -4. So put 0, -4 here. With those 2 points and use your ruler to connect them. You get the line. Push you. So far, so good, everybody? Okay. So this is example 2. Good. All right. Everybody do example 3.
there are two ways. You can simplify this first. So you can write it in the form of something times x minus something times y equals to something. Okay, you can simplify first and then do the same thing. Okay, so simplify, multiply out, combine the like terms. Oh, negative 1 times 3.
Wait, you said salt. Well, this is the axis. Yeah.
Yeah, good, good, good. Keep going.
I'm guessing. Oh, yeah, I just. So we did do it right.
When you divide it by 2, this is weird. Why?
Why would it not be?
Can't use something. Wait, yeah.
Oh, I don't know why.
Oh,
Okay, that's
oh.
very messed up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, no, my face, I can't use myself, so it's confused by you.
Okay, so it is negative.
Can't help you after that.
It doesn't mean so much aggression.
I would prefer you write sign.
There is
This-
aggression.
yeah.
There was an aggressive. Okay, what did you get?
No, I said, why don't you join us? Your answers.
Yeah.
That's aggressive.
Yeah.
Oh, you can, yeah, you were doing right. You can simplify it first, then you put in the end. Yeah.
I was super
Good, yes, very good. You're doing great, you're doing great. Divide by 4, and then you can simplify. So x is that, and you can see the 2 in the common factor. So simplify that.
Are you not doing this?
Yeah, it really helped
Yes,
that I
exactly.
barely looked at
What?
So I was so comfortable. Make sure you guys on Thursday.
They babysit
Oh,
it.
it's so funny.
I love that they like babysit fully grown adults.
Yeah, last week, I still have like half an hour or something like that in the exact now. So I literally just,
Let's see.
so I literally just
Negative
I just sat.
I'm still my AirPods.
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear that?
Like from your door or something. Like,
This.
Oh, plus 2 minus.
Okay, let's check our answers together. Okay, so 1.2.1212. Okay. All right, everybody. So
I choose to simplify it first, but up to you. You can choose to plug in the x0 or y0 first. But I would like to simplify one time, and then here I can work with easier numbers. So I distribute. Oh, I realized all of them has a common factor too. So I divide it by 2. Okay, and then I distribute, and I combine these two like terms. I get this. So to find the x-intercept, I plug in y is 0. Do you all get -7 half comma 0? Okay. And your y-intercept, you plug in x is 0. So you get y is 7? Okay, good. And then you can draw the line. Okay, everybody. There's something wrong with my graph. I think it shifted. This line shifted.
Okay, I'll see.
Yeah, sometimes it just happens because if my hand accidentally touch it and shift a little bit, yeah, it's like this. Yeah, yeah. I put this line and I can shift it by mistake, like that. Okay, good, good, good. All right, let's continue to look at this graph. So look at the graph and answer the following questions. Let's see, who's next student? David. Find y when x is 2. So when x is 2, what's the y? Yeah, everybody, do you see that? When x is 2, y is 0. And then next, when x is 0, what's the y? Danny, right?
What did you call me?
Oh, sorry. Let me see. I don't have one. So what's your name?
Janaya.
Janaya. Oh, I should update my list. Okay. Janaya. Okay. sorry. Janaya. When you plug in x is 0, what's the y? 5. Yes. Okay. Janaya. And let me see. Team, right? Team. When you plug in x is 1, what do you get? Yeah, it looks like 2.5, right? So 2.5. And next one. Alicia? Alicia? Right? Okay. When y is 10, what's the x? Do you see 10 is actually outside of this picture? Okay, but we can use the similar pattern. And do you see here, the 5? You go to the left 2 units and you go up 5. So 10 is like you go up 5, another 5 units, and then you will go to the left. Yeah, -2. Exactly. So you keep going. Yeah. So you're looking at the ratio. Okay. The ratio is you go to the last 2 units, then you go up 5 units. So 10 is you go up another 5 units. Okay. Then you go to the left 2 units. So that's why you will get to -2. Okay, everybody? Or you can have a ruler, draw your picture longer, and then you can measure it. Okay. All right. Good. Next, sketch the graph of y equals to 5. So you have x-axis, y-axis. Y equals to 5. Where is it? Metal. Y equals to 5. What does it look like? Vertical line or horizontal line? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Horizontal line. And it's 5, right? So we draw a horizontal line, and this is 5. Okay, sorry. My line should be very horizontal, like this. Okay, good. And then x equals -5. 3. Nathan, vertical line, and it's on the left side, right? So -3 here. We get the vertical line. Okay, everybody? That's why here the horizontal line passing through this point. Okay, let's say we have this point AB. It means this is A and this is B. So it passed through the horizontal line. What is this horizontal line? Jalen, right? What's this horizontal line? What's the equation of it? So this is the point AB. Okay, so horizontal line, okay, is it x equals or y equals? Y equals, and this is the B. Okay, so the horizontal line is y equals B. How about the vertical line passing through this point?
Well, x equals a.
Yeah, x equals 8. Right, everybody? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. All right, so if you have 2 points, xy, x1, y1, x2, y2, then the slope is change of y over change of x. Hey, do you guys remember we talked about the rate of change before? The rate of change is the slope of the secant line. So you saw the slope before. It's the difference of the y, so y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Is that okay, everybody? Mm-hmm. Good. Okay, everybody find the slope of these 2 points. So calculate it. Find the slope of those 2 points. And the point -2, 7 and -5, -1. And you can cancel it. Okay, do you all get 8/3?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, good. 8/3. Okay, so we use -1 -7 divided by -5 minus -2. Okay, everybody? You get 8/3.
I have a question.
Yes.
So like when I was doing this, I end up getting like, so when it's a negative over a negative, does it become positive?
Yes.
Right?
The 2 negative becomes
Okay,
positive.
that's what I thought, yeah.
Yes. So good. Alright. Look at this picture. If the line is lines up from the left to the right, then the slope is positive. And if the line slants down from the left to the right, then the slope is negative. And if the line is horizontal, the slope is zero. Zero, yes. If the line is vertical, the slope is undefined. Because remember your vertical line is gonna be x equals the number, and usually the slope intercept form is y equals to mx plus b, and this is the slope, and b is the y intercept. So vertical line x equals to a. You don't even see a y in the equation, right? So slope is undefined. Okay. Or if you pick 2 point here, okay, if you pick this 2 point, your slope will be change of y over change of x. Do you see those 2 points? They have the same thing. They have the same
X values. So the denominator is 0. Can you have denominator 0? No.
That's why undefined. Okay, good. Two lines do not intersect are said to be parallel. Okay. And what can we say about the slope of two parallel lines? The same. The slope are the same.
Do you agree, everybody? The slope are the same for parallel lines.
And two lines that intersect at a right angle, 90 degrees, are said to be perpendicular. Okay, perpendicular. Okay, perpendicular from an angle of 90 degrees. Okay, do you know the product of the slope of two perpendicular lines is -1? -1. Okay, so actually, why is that? How about you can look at this two lines as example. How about let's find the slope of the line. Let's pick these two lines. This two. Okay, what's the slope of this guy?
Remember, slope is rise over 1. Do you see you go to the right 2 unit and go up 1 unit? So
Yeah, 1/2. Rise over run is 1/2. Is that okay, everybody? You go up 1 unit, you go right 2 units. And how about the other one? The other one, let's look at this point and this point. You are like going to the right 1 unit.
but you go down 2 units.
Yeah, so you go to the right 1 unit, so run is 1. You go down 2 units, the rise is -2.
Right? Do you see the product? -2 times 1/2, the product is -1.
Yes. Okay, so the product of the slope of two perpendicular lines is -1. So because of this, the slope of two perpendicular lines are said to be negative reciprocals. So negative reciprocals.
Okay, everybody?
All right. If a line has slope 4/3, then any line perpendicular to it must have slope. Look at. Yeah, very good.
Negative reciprocal, so -3/4. Okay, everybody?
Good. All right. That you continue. Okay. In general, y equals mx plus b is called a slope intercept form. Interesting. Do you see my letters are moving? So m gives the slope. See, it's moving. And b gives the y-intercepts.
I think my word is tight. So, yeah, like example 8. Find the slope of the line. So you want to express this equation into this one. So, which means you want to isolate a y. You want to solve for y. Okay? Then whatever the coefficient of x is going to be the slope. So, let's
Solve for y. What do you do? Yeah, how do we get the y by itself? Yeah, minus 3x. So we get 5y minus equals to negative 3x minus 1.
right. And what do we do next?
Divided by 5, right? We get y equals negative, 3/5 x. And then minus 1/5. What's the slope? Yes. And then the y-intercept is 0, comma, negative 1/5.
Right? So B is the y-coordinate of the y-intercept. The x-coordinate of the y-intercept is always 0. Okay, everybody? Y-intercept is a point. Okay, good.
So this is how we find the slope and y-intercepts. And can we draw the line? Okay, so can we draw the line? So if you know the y-intercept and the slope, you can first plot the y-intercept. Okay, let's say this is minus 1/5.
My point is moving. Okay, so this is the y-intercept, right? And this slope means this is one point. We need another point to draw the line, right? So this is rise over run.
You can think of this as minus 3/5. Because usually people want to,
Your run is always going to the right. So you go to the right 5 units, and then you go up or down. Down 3 units.
so look at this point. You go to the right 5 units, then you go down 3 units. Do you see at this point? And you connect them.
This is how you draw the line.
Okay? Using the sub-intercept one. Right. Oh, and yeah, I also list the steps here. So therefore, look at this. You start with -2, right? -2 is
Down here, right? And your slope is the same as before. So you go to the right, how many units?
5. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you go down 3. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, at this point, oops. Okay. Ah! Okay. So at this point, hey, something wrong with the word. Okay. I think it's tired. It happens when I have a big file with many pages and graphs.
Yes. Okay, so this is how we draw the line. Everybody okay with that?
Yeah. Good. Okay, finally, the points of form. So if you have a point, x1, y1,
And you have the slope m. And the point of form is y minus the y coordinate of the point equals the slope times x minus the x coordinate of the point. Do you all remember that? Points of form?
so it's the point slope form.
And be careful. Points of form is not unique because I give you another point on the line and then you can draw another point of form. But the slope intercept form is unique. Okay, everybody? So that's why usually the problem says find the equation of the line. Maybe you're set up using the points of form, but you have to solve for y to get the slope intercept form. Is that clear, everybody? In the exam, you want to have your answer in slope intercept form. So y equals mx plus b. Okay, yes. All right.
Let's see, find the equation. Here slope is 3. It passed through the points 1, -4.
So how do we set up? Madeline, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So y minus what?
Negative
-4, yes, equals slope.
So what's M?
Oh yeah, what's the slope? M is the slope.
Oh, 3.
3, yes. And then what do you put it here? Yes, very good. Oh,
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, so let's simplify. What's minus negative 4? Plus 4. And can you distribute the 3x? Yes. What do you do? Subtract 4. Oh, what's your y? Yes. Right, everybody? 3x minus 7. If I ask you to draw it, what's the y-intercept? Negative 7. So you have a 1 point here. And then what's the slope? 3. Which means you go to the right 1 unit and you go up 3 units, like here. Is that okay, everybody? I'm talking about the ratio. Maybe my graph is not so accurate, but it's kind
more
of.
like a slope of 6, but.
Yeah, yes. Yes, exactly. Okay, how about let's continue on Wednesday? Okay, okay. All right. Have a nice day, and please keep working on your homework and the quizzes on Friday. Yes. And please feel free to come to my office to meet me. I have office hours before and after our class, and also on Tuesday, Thursday, 11 to 12 a.m. And after 2 p.m., I'm also free too.